It's possible that Akon's lonely days are numbered. The legendary R&B artist is moving on with plans to construct a new $6 billion smart city in Senegal, where natives can live and work and where citizens of Africa are always accepted. But I bet you are also excited to see what wonders it possesses. Today, we will visit the $6 billion mega city Akon has prepared for everyone, especially Africans. Welcome to Billionista. If you love videos about luxury living, please subscribe and click the bell so you never miss a video. And don't forget to like and share too. The brains behind the scenes of the operation, Akon saw this metropolis as a starting point for a better world, one that would bring great prosperity to its citizens. Hussein Bakri, the project's lead architect, was inspired by African sculptures in order to pay tribute to the rich and vibrant culture that Akon so desperately wishes to promote. This was made abundantly obvious by Akon, who told the architect that he wanted a structure that resembled a statue you could take home, just like the traditional African sculptures that are built in the communities. We'll be able to visit hotels, homes, a college, hospitals, recreation centers, a casino, film companies, a police headquarters, parkland, shopping malls, and even the city's very own arena as we travel through the city of the future. In a nutshell, everything necessary to construct a prosperous contemporary society. Once finished, the region will serve as a symbol of great ingenuity all across the world. Unrestricted foreigners will be able to use Akon City's airport to visit the dazzling metropolis alongside the city's estimated 300,000 residents. However, not everyone is a fan of the predominantly glass and steel architectural styles. Large windows might be a problem in this region due to the dry heat, but thankfully, air conditioning is a cheap and easy fix. Akon City is planned to be totally solar-powered, so you can say goodbye to outdated power grids. Running the climate-controlled system won't use as much juice as you may assume. It may seem like an impossible task for a musician to take on, but the R&B singer is actually quite knowledgeable in the realm of solar energy. The sights and workings of the futuristic metropolis are remarkable, and he owns and operates Akon Lighting Africa, a company that delivers solar power to many countries across Africa. The planned structure of the society is also very interesting. Abandoning cash and old-school financial institutions, the whole economy of Akon City will be based on a digital currency managed by a mobile app. It is called the Akoin. Some people thought the singer-turned-businessman was crazy for proposing this. Still, he's determined to make it happen so that people all around Africa, not just in Senegal, can have greater personal freedom. In his opinion, blockchain and crypto might be Africa's salvation in many respects, since they give the people control over their own money and assets again. People in Africa can now pursue economic growth and independence from their government thanks to blockchain technology, which provides more secure money. The statistics also favor Akon, as many as 6 of the world's fastest-growing economies are located in Africa, considering that by 2025, African consumers are expected to spend $2 trillion, according to the World Economic Forum. More than 60% of the African population is under the age of 25, and this young demographic is overwhelmingly dependent on their mobile phones and not on traditional banks for their day-to-day needs. Consequently, Akon has a high chance of penetrating the market and rapidly expanding its user base. Introducing cryptocurrency in Akon City should be seen as a pilot project with the ultimate goal of rolling out across Africa. Such an intriguing and outlandish concept has the potential to alter life in West Africa completely. It has the potential to catapult Senegal into the international spotlight, where it can compete with other African tourist powerhouses like Morocco, Egypt, and South Africa. Before we discover what more it can offer, where do you think Akon found the inspiration for such a remarkable concept? Let us know in the comment section below. There's little doubt that Akon has a direct motivation and source of inspiration for building his own metropolis. Akon was born in America, but he spent his formative years in Senegal before relocating to Union City, New Jersey when he was 7. He longs to return to his hometown and watch it flourish, as it did when he was young. His $80 million in assets and extensive network of high-profile, wealthy investors will significantly make it a reality. Akon also said that the events of 2020, especially for African Americans, were a source of motivation for him. The luxury haven he envisioned for African Americans was only part of his mission. He also intended to help everyone interested to learn more about their family tree. In spite of the fact that Akon is aware that the actual building process in Senegal would lead to the destruction of farmland, he is nonetheless convinced that the resulting increase in employment opportunities would be worth it in the end. He has already committed to training and compensating local workers as well. The motivation for Akon City is the singer's desire to improve the West African economy. However, it's not the actual function that inspires the design. Rather, it's something else entirely, one that any fan of Marvel will be familiar with: the fictitious African country from the Oscar-winning Black Panther movie is right. If you visit the official Akon City website, you'll see that it bills itself as an actual Wakanda. It's easy to understand why. Its futuristic architecture and cutting-edge technology resemble the city depicted in Ryan Coogler's award-winning film. While Akon City currently lacks both verdant river basins and ragged mountain ranges, both features are planned for the future. There's plenty of room to make serious landscaping adjustments with a $6 billion budget. Suppose Dubai can build islands in the shape of palm trees. In that case, Akon can tell the American planning and engineering firm behind the project, KE International, to make the city lush with vegetation, rivers, and maybe even a huge panther statue. Akon has shifted his focus away from music and onto business, hoping to make the most of his $80 million fortune. "I'm in no position where I'm gifted," he told Al Jazeera. "As a result of the opportunities presented to me, I am in a position to affect and improve the lives of those around me truly. If you can make a difference in people's lives while still making money, why wouldn't you?" he added. Akon also owns a New York City-based apparel label, and as we mentioned before, also operates a solar lighting business in Africa under the name Akon Lighting Africa. The company's mission is to significantly expand access to solar power throughout Africa. Guinea, Senegal, Mali, Niger, Benin, and Sierra Leone are just among the 14 countries that have joined up since the operation began in 2014. There's also a diamond mine in South Africa. Even though the diamond industry has faced criticism, Akon has come out against blood diamonds and has donated some of his company's income to help impoverished communities. Akon and a small handful of other celebrities received significant media notice for his possible 2020 presidential bid in the United States. However, that plan failed quickly. Let's get back to the city planning project. Initially introduced in 2018, the idea has recently seen renewed interest. After waiting for 2 years, in January 2020, Akon went to the government authorities in Senegal to sign the deal. It was at that point that Wakanda's foundations were laid for success. Akon wants to locate the project close to the town of Mbadine, near Senegal East's brand new international airport and the state capital of Dakar. By the end of the decade, there will be a population of around 20,000 people, and the town will initially cover 135 acres and expand to 1,235 acres by 2030. Ideally, it will have man-made islands and a large marina to accommodate cruise ships worldwide. Akon set the $6 billion city's foundation stone in September 2020. It was only 4 days after the tragic death of Black Panther himself, Chadwick Boseman, so this was very sad. The Akon metropolis that Wakanda inspired is now also useful in another respect. The city itself will serve as a memorial and powerful tribute to the late actor, whether formally or unofficially. We can only assume that the cost of living will be ridiculously low when compared to the United States. Compared to New York, the cost of living in Dakar is 49% less expensive, while the cost of renting a one-bedroom apartment is 82% less expensive at just $586 per month. Despite the modest price tag, the setting is certainly loaded with cutting-edge comforts. Obviously, it's not cheap to construct an entire civilization. It's important to find productive uses for the $6 billion. The building costs are expected to reach hundreds of millions. It's the same deal with creating and using a brand new cryptocurrency. More money will be needed to pay for things like public transportation, landscaping, material imports, and salaries, let alone the advertising. Labor costs for installing solar panels average out to about $1 per watt. We're talking about massive sums if we want to light up an entire metropolis. If we look at the American megalopolis of New York, we find that it consumes 11 billion watts of electricity every day. Phase 1 of the city's development, which includes the bulk of the building, is scheduled for completion by the end of 2023. The second stage, from 2024 to 2029, will see the introduction of the Akon cryptocurrency. Getting hired won't be difficult at all. There would be a need for thousands of people to fill positions ranging from doctors to chefs to truck drivers to school teachers to construction workers. Akon has claimed that in a perfect scenario, they plan to expand the concept to all of the other countries in Africa, connecting all of the towns in the continent. So Billionistas, would you live in this city if given a chance? Let me know in the comments. That's it for this time. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.